If you want to know how to make six figures online while still having a day job, this is the video for you. I'm Sylvie McCracken from sylviemccracken.com, and I want to tell you how I made six figures online while having a full-time day job and a family of 5. And the first sort of big part of this is time management and habits. And this is something that you can do even if you don't even have a business idea yet, you think this is something you might want to do. This is some great prep work that you can start now to kind of create that space so that you can create this business online. So part of that is your habits. And what I mean by that is a little bit of your health, right? Health, energy, getting all of that in check. Because if you don't feel well, chances are you're not going to really be able to do much more than you're doing already. You're just getting by, getting through the day, right? And so, for example, for me, a big thing of that is to go to bed at a reasonable time. Go to bed early, that's huge for me. And because if I don't get enough sleep the next day, I really just kind of am getting through the day. I can't really do that big work. Another big thing is fueling my body well. So eating well, which for me is a diet of real foods, and that makes me just feel a lot better. If I'm eating kind of vacation-y foods, I don't really feel that great. So when I go on vacation, sometimes I have a lot of gluten-free treats and this and that, and the truth is I don't feel awesome. So that's something that you can do as well, and incorporating some exercise in your life. Now this might seem to have nothing to do with business or productivity or making money, but it does. You have to feel really well. I mean, think about how athletes train, right? They really take care of themselves, and that's something that you absolutely need to do. The other thing you need to do is focus on how you're spending your time. Now, obviously, if you have a day job, that's a big chunk of your waking hours, right? So focus on how you're spending your time outside of that, for starters. And one of the things I did was I was really intentional and I was ruthless with my time. I said no to just about everything. I cut back a lot of things, and that includes watching TV shows for a while. I cut that out. And also, outings that I wasn't really thrilled to do. I had to be really picky and, choose a couple of things that I wanted to do, and I had to say no to everything else. So that might mean saying no to friends and family for a little while, or, getting a little bit more picky with your time and how you spend it. And also, the time management outside of your day job is huge, but also how are you spending your time in your day job? Are you one of those people that stays a little late? Are you an overachiever? Are you getting paid for that time? If not, maybe you can start working the hours that you are being paid for. And also, how are you spending your lunch hour? Are you kind of working through it? Are you just going out to lunch every day? Could you use that time to run some errands so that you can finish your job at 5 o'clock when you're supposed to, as opposed to having to run errands afterwards and then you don't make it home until 6:30. You have to start, these little chunks of times are huge. They add up to a lot. And I have a blog post called, how to build your business 15 minutes at a time, and that kind of shares a little bit more of those tips and tricks where I really was making the most out of every 15 minutes that I had. And I had several of those pockets throughout the day. So I think you have to just kind of really put out on paper or on your apps, if you use an app for a calendar, and just figure out exactly where your time is going and just kind of audit yourself a little bit and figure out how you can manage that a little bit better. The second thing you have to do, obviously, if you have a blog already, awesome. If you're creating some content, if you have something that you're passionate about that you're sharing, that's great. If not, just start one and just start sharing content for now. As soon as that is something that you've been doing, the way you should focus on monetizing your blog is with passive income. If you have a day job, this is critical because you don't have time to be doing one-on-one consultations. When are you going to schedule that? During dinner? Before breakfast? I mean, it's kind of impossible. So passive income is totally your ticket. And there's a lot of different ways of passive income, and we can definitely talk about that in a different video. But for now, the reason for passive income, first of all, is just to kind of maximize the ROI of your time, right? And ROI is, just stands for return on investment. So investing a little bit of time and getting massive results. And that's one of the reasons why I love passive income. I can create something and it can continue to sell without me having to be there. I can be working on my next product or on delivering free content like I am through this video, and that product is still selling. And one of the best ways to do that, the easiest ways for you to start doing that, is with ebooks. And that was my ticket to make six figures in a matter of 18 months while working full-time. So that's something that I would absolutely recommend you do if you're new to this, if you're new to online business, or you're new to passive income, or you're new to starting a business while working full-time. eBooks is totally your ticket. And I have a cheat sheet that is called How to Start the Right ebook that sells like crazy. So you can click on the link below so you can get that. And that will show you all kinds of tips on how to make sure you're writing the right ebook. And that same cheat sheet really will work if you haven't even started a blog. You can kind of apply it, just translate it to how to start the right blog, right? Because some of that, you know, when I talk about audience, if you don't have an audience, you can just apply it to friends and family and get some feedback on what you're good at, what your passion is, what you can make money on, etc. So I hope that was helpful. And I will be doing plenty more of these videos, so make sure that you subscribe and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you.